Discussing demons has become one of our new favorite things to do on this channel, and we are fortunate enough that the horror genre loves to discuss them too, with some of the greatest horror movies out there centering around demonic possession or a demon invasion. These are the top 5 scary demons in horror movies. Let's jump in. Coming in at number 5, we have Deadites from The Evil Dead. You didn't have to wait too long, I'm sure everyone's happy the Deadites have a spot on our list. Released in 1981 and directed by Sam Raimi, The Evil Dead is a supernatural horror movie starring the likes of Bruce Campbell, Ellen Sandweiss, Richard Demeninka, and Bestie Baker, with it following 5 college students vacationing in an isolated cabin who unintentionally release a legion of demons and spirits after discovering an audio tape. Each of the friends begin to suffer from demonic possession, forcing the 5th member, Ash Williams, to survive the onslaught of demons. Now, the Deadites are a species of parasitic demons that seek to possess humans and the souls of living creatures. Their signature power is possession, with them also possessing enhanced strength, levitation, superhuman durability, shape-shifting, and hive mind. They are terribly difficult to kill, with there being no real way to destroy a Deadite. However, there are a few options, including dismemberment. They also have weaknesses to the power of love, sunlight, and specific objects such as Kandarian dagger. Ash has a nightmare of a time against these demonic beasts. I certainly wouldn't want to face up against them. Before we jump into number 4, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, it really helps us out a lot. Coming in at number 4, we have Mammon from Constantine. Constantine seems to be a fan favorite amongst many, with the movie being released in 2005 and directed by Francis Lawrence. Constantine stars the likes of Keanu Reeves, Rachel Weisz, Shia LaBeouf, and Tilda Swinton, with it being based on the DC comic Hellraiser. The movie itself follows John Constantine, a cynic with the ability to communicate with half angels and half demons in their true form. He spends his days exorcising demons back to hell to earn favor with heaven. Now, one of the big baddies of the movie is Mammon, who is of course Lucifer's son. He attempts to create his own kingdom on Earth by breaking onto the human plane. However, he is ultimately unsuccessful. His grand plan was to invade Earth with his army of demons and use it as his own personal kingdom. However, this doesn't become a reality when John Constantine gets in the way and summons Lucifer. In appearance, Mammon is pretty damn terrifying, looking like a muscular red bald humanoid with him possessing incredible power. In the movie, he is the High Prince of the 7 Princes of Hell, with only Satan being stronger than him. He can possess others, spread chaos with a rank of demons who are incredibly loyal under his rule. This is one demon you would not want to cross. Coming in at number 3, we have the Cenobites from Hellraiser. The Cenobites are arguably some of the scariest demons to behold, but also the ones we can't help but love. Released in 1987 and directed by Clive Barker and based on the novella The Hellbound Heart, Hellraiser stars the likes of Andrew Robinson, Claire Higgins, and Ashley Lawrence, with the movie involving a mystical puzzle box which summons the Cenobites, a group of extra-dimensional beings who cannot differentiate between pain and pleasure. To quote the Hell Priest Pinhead, they are the explorers in the further regions of experience, demons to some, angels to others. They have the ability to enter Earth's reality through a schism in time and space, which is typically opened and closed via the puzzle box, also known as the Lament configuration. Now, they vary in numbers and appearance, with them appearing in leather garments and with some sort of disfiguration or torture device. They suffer horrific mutations with piercings and fetishistic clothing. To quote Clive Barker in The Hellbound Heart, why then was he so distressed to set eyes upon them? Was it the scars that covered every inch of their bodies, the flesh cosmetically punctured and sliced and infibulated, then dusted down with ash? Was it the smell of vanilla they brought with them, the sweetness of which did little to disguise the stench beneath? Now, depending on the Cenobite, their abilities vary, but they do share a few common standards. When summoned, they appear wherever they wish to. They also appear to be telekinetic to some degree and can summon forth chains from the shadows. They also possess great strength, resistance to damage, as well as supernatural empathy. They are definitely demons to be feared, depending on what you are seeking. Coming in at number 2, we have Valak from The Conjuring 2. Now, perhaps an unpopular opinion, but The Conjuring 2 is actually my favorite Conjuring movie. I think it's just superior in every way, probably because it's set in the UK. But also because Valak is one of the reasons it's so damn terrifying. Released in 2016 and directed by James Wan, The Conjuring 2 sees Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson return as Lorraine and Ed Warren, paranormal investigators and ghost hunters who head to England to assist the Hodgson family, who are experiencing demonic activity inside of their Enfield home in 1977. The case is more famously known as the Enfield Poltergeist. The main antagonist of the movie is of course Valak, the fallen angel who was banished from heavens eons ago. Now, Valak first appeared in The Conjuring 2 during a seance to determine whether or not the demon was responsible for the murders in the Amityville home. The demon is here now though and has latched itself onto the Warrens, with it plagued plaguing Lorraine with visions of her husband's potential death. Now, as we know, the Warrens head to the Hodgson family home after their younger daughter Janet seemingly becomes possessed by Bill Wilkins, the previous owner of the home. However, Bill isn't the only one there. Valak is also there, and at one point takes on the form of the Crooked Man, a scene which absolutely terrified everyone. We soon discover, though, that Bill Wilkins posed no harm to the family and was in fact being controlled by Valak, who faces off against Lorraine Warren in an epic battle, successfully condemning her back to hell. As we know, though, this isn't the last time we see Valak, who appears again in the movie The Nun, a prequel of sorts to The Conjuring, and a waste of everyone's time. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Pazuzu from The Exorcist. Pazuzu is the main antagonist of both the book and the movie The Exorcist, and arguably one of the most feared demons in movie history. Released in 1973 and directed by William Friedkin, The Exorcist is a supernatural horror movie based on the novel of the same name written by William Peter Blatty in 1971. At this point, we've discussed this movie into the ground, but it is a classic and rightfully deserves a place on our list. Starring the likes of Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, Linda Blair, and Lee J. Cobb, The Exorcist follows the demonic possession of Regan McNeil, a young girl who inadvertently summons a demon after playing with a Ouija board, resulting in her mother contacting 2 Catholic priests to save her daughter. Now, the demon residing inside of Regan is Pazuzu, who is considered in this story to be the king of demons, and depicted as a combination of animal and human parts, with a right hand that points upwards and its left hand pointing downwards. This is depicted a couple of times throughout the movie. Now, while the majority of the movie deals with Regan's demonic possession and the effects it has on her and her body, we rarely see Pazuzu, if at all, other than as a structure in a rack and as a face during one of the exorcisms. He is, however, more notable in the sequel, Exorcist II: The Heretic, with him being named as the demon who possessed Regan, whereas in the first movie he was never named. The demon, as we all know, was relentless through the movie, with Regan vomiting pea soup, being tormented, levitating, and even impaling herself with a crucifix. However, good overcomes evil, with the demon being banished from her body. However, it does come at a cost. I just won't ruin it for those who haven't seen it, but at this point everyone's seen it, and if you haven't, what are you doing with your life? Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with that list? What horror movie demon scares you the most? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos, Top 5 Worst Horror Movie Death Scenes Part 8. Gerald Macklin II said, Christian's death was one of the most disturbing death scenes I've ever seen in my life. Not the most disturbing I've ever seen in my life, but certainly up there. The idea that you're completely paralyzed but you can feel all pain, and then you get put in a bear suit and then you just burn to a crisp seems pretty shitty, isn't it? He drew the short straw. Rebecca McDermott said, I'm a big fan of the Saw series, but I wasn't that crazy about Jigsaw. There weren't any memorable death scenes or traps apart from the one in this list, the laser collar. It was a massive improvement on Saw 3D though. I don't entirely remember Saw 3D. Probably for a reason. I don't really remember what happens. Did I see it? Probably. Yeah, I was bored through Jigsaw. I think it like took me 2 days to watch it because I kept pausing it because I kept getting bored. And I was like, what a waste of time. Also, wasn't it like not R-rated? Maybe I'm wrong. There was a reason it was so Lynn Durbin said, I loved Midsommar and Hereditary. Guess I'm disturbed. Honestly, right there with you, Lynn. Apparently we're the minority and everyone hates Midsommar and Hereditary. I just find it baffling. I think they're amazing. Particularly Midsommar and Hereditary. They're both good, equally good. Remy LeBeau said, I honestly don't drive behind a truck with logs on it to this day, right? That scene well and truly fucked me up. It was terrifying. I don't trust logs. They want to fly through your windshield and impale your body. It's just facts. Angela Petta said, Queen Lucy, you were looking extra beautiful today. The scene that got me is from a movie called Manhunter. The journalist is placed in a wheelchair and set on fire. Thank you for another great video. Cheers. Ooh, I didn't even think of this when I was writing down your comment. That sounds like a great death. Not familiar with the movie. A great death that needs to be on my list next time. Oh, it wasn't on there because it's not a horror movie. From the thriller Untraceable. What's his name? Colin Hanks. He gets put into like a bath of acid. That sucked. That was brutal to watch. Skin just started coming off. Anyway, maybe next time. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bruce Campbell, Ellen Sandwise, Richard Demaninka, Bestie Baker. Was that her name? Bestie Baker? It is now. Shapeshifting super spider. I'm not sure what I wrote, to be honest. Super spider. That doesn't seem right. The angle shit today. I'm angry at myself. Is it too late to change? I mean, I did it.